What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, I am Charlie P, and I'm back here with another video. And it was, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you're a returning sub, I appreciate the love. I appreciate everything that you guys do, leaving comments and liking. But this video is due to, I know people seen my post or whatnot. I had an accident. Didn't hit anybody. I hit like a little small curve trying to go up this, not a street, but in this parking lot to bag up and to turn around. Obviously I didn't clear it because it was a portion of the wall that was painted, and then there was a small piece at the bottom that blended in with the road. So when I went, I cleared the painted part, but the little small part at the bottom, I didn't clear. And I hit the bumper, and I wasn't even going fast because I basically, like, you know, when you're trying to make a turn, you're almost like at an L shape. And if you can't clear it, you turn the wheel the opposite way and bag up so you can, you know, clear it. So like as if you was almost jackknifing it, and then, you know, you turn the wheel back to the right, and so you can clear it. So that's what I was doing. And this trailer was a smaller trailer. This is the first time I ever had a 45-foot trailer. I'm used to 53-foot trailers. So that myth of the 45-foot trailers is a lot. You know, the turn radius, you know, you got to know what you're doing, due to the fact that, you know, it will swing in a lot sooner than a 53-foot. And that is true, because when I was like, wow. I said, man, you know, I forgot I got a 45-foot trailer. I kept thinking I had a 53-foot trailer. So it was a Dollar General that I was delivering to. Had plenty enough space for me to maneuver around. It was just that small portion of that wall was not painted, and I hit it. But a lot of people obviously hit it because it was a lot. It was like, you know, like you could just tell it's been hit a lot. And I was like, out of all things, bro, like I've maneuvered a 53-foot trailer in some places that you would be like, how did you even turn that truck around or get that trailer right there? But I had a shorter trailer in plenty enough space. I don't know how to implement pictures or whatnot, but I just got pictures of the wall and the curve or whatnot. But I've maneuvered around a lot of more difficult spots with a longer trailer, and I'm just not sure how that happened. I don't know. I wasn't even in a rush. I was on my third to last stop. I had two more stops after that stop. Like, I really don't know what happened. I wasn't in a rush. I wasn't like distracted. I was just, you know, just doing my job, just driving, you know. But it was weird to me that happened. I was like, I don't know, you know, I look at everything happens for a reason. It may have stopped me from, you know, something on down the line. I don't know. But it was weird to me. And it was Mother's Day weekend, and yes, I was trying to get home to my wife so we could spend time for Mother's Day, but it wasn't like a rush because I was on Eastern time. So I was, of course, an hour ahead. I think it was like 1 o'clock Eastern time, and I'm on Central time. So of course, I'm an hour behind that. And I was like 2 hours away from the DC, and then you add an hour and a half. That's where I live in Nashville, and it was just weird to me. Like, I was not in a rush. I had like 8 hours left on my clock to finish the 2 deliveries that I had and make it back home. There's plenty enough time to make it back home. I needed, at least to make it to the DC and home, I at least needed about 3.5 hours. And then each stop I normally take, the last 2 stops was only like 1,500 pounds. So that wasn't even probably like a little under 150 pieces or maybe or so like that. So it wouldn't have took me no more than 30 minutes for each stop. And each stop was like close by. So I wasn't in no rush. It's just that I don't know, I know things happen, but I don't know what happened. It was just weird to me. But so right now I am headed up to the DC because evidently I have a safety meeting. They just gonna go over backing and stuff like that. I mean, pretty much the same thing I kind of had to do at Stevens when I tapped that trailer like my first week. Which, mind you, I know how to drive. It's just that I know things happen, but this one was weird. The trailer tapping at Stevens, I get that. I was in the wrong. I was being impatient right there. I was being impatient. There's a lot going on. I was under distress, and I should have just stopped and waited, but I didn't. But this time, I honestly don't. This time, I honestly don't know what had took place. I mean, obviously, I hit a curve. What took place, but it's just that it was weird to me. So I am headed up to the DC basically to have a safety meeting or whatnot. Go over the accident. They're going to review the cameras. I mean, like I said, it wasn't going fast. So, I mean, the camera's not going to lie. So, at least I get to see my mistake and, get to learn from it. I hate that all these accidents are happening, because I am a careful driver because on my current, like, I haven't had any accidents as far as just driving, like even with my regular cars since the last accident I got into had to be in like 2016, 2017. And there was a guy that ran in the back of me, but like 2 weeks before that, I hit a lady, rear-ended a lady. But it was like a fender bender. It wasn't like a total situation. It was like a fender bender. So it was about 2016, 2017, the last accident that at fault that I done. And I don't know, man. It's like as soon as I get my CDL, it's like I've been getting into accidents. I got an accident in Phoenix, Arizona. Got into an accident in Utah, but those two were not at fault. Someone hit me. Got into the accident at the Stevens Transport Dallas Yard, which I tapped the trailer. I was being impatient. And I understand these are commercial vehicles. These are got trailers. These are not just regular cars. But like I said, I don't know. It's just this year, 2025. If this go on my record, which I don't know if it will or will not. I mean, I ask, but I feel like it really ain't no point to ask because I don't feel like I'd see myself leaving Werner anytime soon because I do like the company. They do pay good. I'm not tripping on the job, so I don't see myself leaving here that long, but I just got to be careful for the next 3 years so they can fall off. But yeah, man, I don't know. So I'm headed up there now to discuss about the accident and safety. I'm sure they're gonna drug test me, so that's why I'm drinking my water. I'm not worried about that. I don't do drugs. So getting ready to prepare for that. So it's about an hour drive that I gotta do. So I'm headed up there now. So I'm gonna let you guys know. So they was in the talks of getting me another truck. I really don't want to get rid of my Peterbilt because I like my Peterbilt. All my stuff is on there, and I don't know what the other truck gonna hold. I don't know if the other truck gonna have refrigerators, all that. So it's like I'm used to my truck. I remember I used to want a Freightliner Cascadia, but it's like after I trained in one, I really didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? I know the Peterbilt is a lot bigger, and that may take in a factor of they may decide to do that, but I got my microwave, I got my clothes, I got all my stuff still on the current truck. So they gonna have to figure out something like with that. And I do not have the star on my license, so I cannot fly as of right now, and I cannot ride no Greyhound due to me not having a real ID. Even though I have an ID, but I don't have the star. It's just every time I try to go get it, it's always a hassle. So right now it's the deadline done passed, so I know a lot of people waiting on there. So I'm just gonna wait because I don't see myself traveling anytime soon. And if I do travel, it's gonna be me driving my truck. So yeah, just come on with me, and I ain't gonna record none of the process because I got to do e-learners and stuff like that. So I'll just get back on here whenever things are done and update you guys and let you guys know because hey, I ripped my bumper off. So, and I don't know, man. So like, it's cops everywhere, bro. Like, I don't know what it is about here in Nashville, bro. It's literally cops everywhere. Like, this is the most I've ever seen cops. Like, oh my God, it's like 5 of them right here. The most I've ever seen cops. Ever since this ICE situation has came to Nashville, bro, this is the most I've seen cops in a long time. In a long time. And I used to work in the city, used to drive around. I hardly ever seen any cops. Now I see them everywhere. I don't know. But yeah, I'm headed up there to the bowling green right now to get that situated, and I'll basically come back on here and let you guys know what all happened and what details of basically getting into an accident at Werner Enterprise. So yeah, man, I appreciate you guys for watching and locking in with me. If you new here, hit that subscribe button, man. We almost at 1,000. That's what we trying to get to. Trying to get to 1,000 before my birthday in July. So that's pretty much it. So I'll turn y'all back on in a second. What's up, YouTube? I'm back. Let me get myself together real quick. I don't know why I got this jacket on. All right, so I'm back. Man, something in my eye. I don't know what it is in my eyes. I don't know if it's a hair or something in my eye. I don't know. But, so I'm back. What went down is, I'm sorry, guys. What went down is they showed me a video of the accident where I did, and I basically looking from the camera up, I didn't have much room as I thought I did due to the fact that I didn't get out and look. That's just what happened. I didn't get out and look. But when I heard the crunch, you can just see where the kind of the hood shake. Then like, I remember I was in the truck and I paused. I was like, are you kidding? And then I got out. You see me get out in the video. So, sorry, man. I don't know what's in my eye. But, so we had a meeting with safety. It was a video meeting, and then I had like, it was a leader in the meeting or whatnot. So they was like, they really wasn't tripping. I mean, because things happened and nobody got hurt. I got out and looked. I did the steps. Like, I just didn't bag up enough, you know. So I did the steps of like getting out and checking, not just, you know, going on about my day and whatnot. So did that, went over, told them basically what I did. They jotted it down. They got the accident number, let it know nobody was involved, no police were involved. The bumper, my statement, my truck number, my employee number, all those things, you know, they just had to document all those things. So we sat down with my manager and a leader. Leader was cool. He from Miami, Florida, which, you know, that's why I always want to move to Florida. But I don't know as far as like working there, like I would have to be a millionaire. I ain't gonna say a millionaire. I can make a couple $100,000. Give me about $500,000 a year. I live down there and I live comfortably. I don't have to be the superstar, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, he was from Miami. He was cool. He did some maneuvering, blindside, 45, 90, did all these things with these imaginary cones. So we did that with the imaginary cones. I was struggling because he has an international. I'm not used to it. I'm not used to an international. And like international Freightliners, they kind of drive the same. I really don't like the way they drive. Like I like Kenworths and Peterbilts. So I know a lot of people in the comments probably gonna be like, "There's no difference. A truck is a truck," you know. But I don't care. It was a lot different for me, and plus I was driving another man's truck, so I was just like, "This is just weird." And then like, not to him, but just to people. Like when you in this trucking industry, you gonna go to CDL school, they're gonna teach you one way, but it's like multiple instructors there. Everybody has their own way of doing things and teaching things. So you might learn one way this way, so your first company might tell you this way. Then you go to another company, they tell you this way. So it's just one of those things that like, I basically do things my way, like operate my way, and I understand. I guess it didn't work. I hit a little curve, whatnot, whatever. But it's like I gotta undo my habits, undo what I've been taught to do it the way they want to, just for the sake of making it through the situation. Like I said before, I wasn't in no rush when the incident happened. I wasn't like I said, I had 8 hours left on my clock, 2 stops left. That was within 30 minutes, basically within 30 minutes of proximity of each other, and the stores were real light stores. The last 2 stores, the stores where the incident happened was a bigger store, like had a bigger delivery, but the last 2 stores had like little light things, and I had 8 hours left on my clock with 2.5 hours to get to the DC and an hour and a half to get home. So I had plenty of time. So like I said before, I was not in a rush. I don't know. I just didn't pay attention. But so we did the maneuvers, blindside, 45, 90. We did left turn, right turn. We went out, and then of course I was struggling with the cones and imaginary because he was telling me do it this way. Imagine car, like that's the only thing about imaginary. Imaginary is somebody's imagination. Like I can imagine something and trying to explain it, but if you I'm not in your head to imagine it. You know what I'm saying? So your imagination is different from my imagination. So it was just, and then I wasn't used to this truck. So that alone was like, I was getting it in there, but it was just like he was guiding me, telling me to do this and do this. But I'm used to doing stuff a certain way. So typically what I do is, because I did used to do it, but I stopped because I'm still learning. Like, you're not an expert. Like, so you know how you're back and making your maneuver. You turn your wheel as you're going. When I was at Stevens, I have experienced that doing that, I tend to oversteer. I tend to do this. I tend to do that. So typically what I do is I just stop, because CDL school taught me this. They taught me to stop, make your turn, make your slight adjustment, go a little bit, see where you at, and boom. But if you moving your steering wheel while you're moving and you're not experienced, you will tend to oversteer, and that's what I tend to do. So I tend to stop and then make my adjustments and then go and see what it does and then go back. Like, that's what I tend to do, and I know it may take longer, but most of these mega carriers, they care about safety. That's how I do it. So just to prevent me from oversteering, prevent me from doing too much, that's what I do. But on the other hand, my leader had me said, basically turn a little bit as you go, which he's experienced. So he's speaking from his experience. But for me, that didn't work. And then with the international, like, you stop, like the truck, like it was just real stiff and weird. So, but I just did what I had to do to get it done. You know what I'm saying? He was a cool dude, nothing towards him. It's just that he's just doing his job. You know what I'm saying? So I just have to, follow by the rules. It's not my company. I don't have my own company. That's just how it is. You working with somebody, you just got to obey by their rules, just like the law. You got to obey by the law unless you want to get arrested. So we did that, signed off. My manager sent it into safety. I got some e-learners I got to do. It's like 2 e-learners. They both 5 minutes apiece. Then it's one that's 15 minutes apiece. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like far as with that, and like everybody wasn't really tripping because, like I said, I didn't run over nobody. I didn't fucking, excuse my language. I'm sorry. I didn't tear up a store. I didn't, I just tore up a bumper. That's all I did, just tore up a bumper. So even though, yes, it sucks, you still don't want to tear up a bumper. They don't want you tearing up a bumper every other month or every week. But my first one is just like a bumper, like, okay, it tends to happen. You had a Dollar General accounts, you got tight areas. But like I said, out of shorter trailer, 45, and way more space, and I've maneuvered a 53-foot trailer in tighter spaces. I don't know, that's how things happen. But like I said, things happen for a reason. I don't know if that happened simply for, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. So all I can do is just pray to God and thank God that nobody got hurt. I'm okay. My job is still here. I just got to wait for my truck. It is, Tuesday, I think. So they called me. They said that they got the approval from Werner. I just have to, he's going to call me back to see if they got the parts in stock. If they don't have the parts in stock, they got a warehouse in Louisville, and they'll be here tomorrow morning. So my truck will probably be done. Latest was, let me see. I just want to, I'm sorry, today's Wednesday. So my truck will be done no later than Thursday afternoon, Friday morning. So I'll be going to go get my truck Thursday night or Friday morning, whichever one comes first, But that's pretty much it on the incident. Having to talk to safety and stuff like that, it's a lot different than Stevens Transport. This company is a lot better than Stevens Transport. The way they handle things, the way they treat people, the way they pay people, the way you get home time, it's a whole lot better than Stevens Transport. And I understand Stevens Transport is an OTR company, and this is more of a regional dedicated account with Werner. I don't know how Werner OTR is, but as far as this Dollar General account, it's been nothing but helpful to me. They haven't been on no BS. So I like this account. I like the company. It sucks that, technically this is fourth incident this year, including what happened at Werner. So if you're new to this channel, new to this video, you can go back and watch my other videos here, discuss my accidents with Werner and stuff like that. So yeah, man, that's pretty much it. I appreciate you guys for watching and tuning in and listening to me and going through the steps of first time incident at Werner Enterprise on a Dollar General account. So like I said, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. I got more videos to come. I know I said I was gonna be gone for a little while, but I just had to take a little breather, enjoy my Mother's Day weekend with my wife and my mom-in-law. I was gonna record that, but I didn't due to the fact that the incident happened. I was upset. It was just not upset at y'all, but just upset about the situation. So that's pretty much it. So like I said, I'm wrapping this video up. If you wanna have any questions, concerns, leave them in the comments below. No negativity. If you got a negative comment or whatever the case may be, please keep it to yourself. If you feel like this is gonna be negative, please keep it to yourself. Please. Like, I don't care what you went through. I'm not you, you not me, vice versa. So just be respectful in the comments. Leave a like, subscribe. We almost at 1,000 subs. That's what we're trying to get to. We're trying to get to 1,000 before July. My birthday, July 2nd. So we can get to that thou wow before July. That'll be wonderful. So that's it. I appreciate everybody for watching, and I'm out.